click on this video because you're looking for RV transport. You want to make a buck moving RVs, but you are concerned about the cost. Will you keep any money after you paid your fuel cost, after you pay your maintenance cost, after you spend time staying in hotels, buying food, paying all the tolls and everything? Some people say there is no money to be made anymore in RV, but is it true? Guys, I'm wearing glasses today, reading glasses, because I literally open my books and I show you on one specific trip from Indiana to Oregon how much money I kept in my bank. Hi, I'm Vic. Sorry, guys. So I start my small presentation. I'm not gonna look all the time in the camera, and I apologize for this. So you see me here where big rigs go, and I will explain why I'm with my diesel pickup doing in this section of Flying J or Pilot. But I was pulling RVs from 2005 on, and I always say I have only 1 million miles plus under the load. I know some of you guys, I admire you, have like 5, 6, 7 million miles. So, but being in this industry for a while, I know a thing or two, right? And I'm a very proudly waving Wave Express. I do not drive for Wave Express, but I would have, with all honesty, to mention that if you guys gonna listen to this, you decide to join a Wave Express, then I might make a commission, okay, depending on the situation. So that's my disclaimer. Also, I do not speak officially on behalf of Wave Express. I've driven for many companies. Let's just say, for a couple companies, but Wave Express, I just share my experience and impression of working with Wave Express. That's why, but I am very honest, and I will tell you right away, if this is a place for you guys to work. But let's get back to where we started. The reason why you click on this video, right? I mean, you see the big check in RV industry, but I should not say nobody. Few people talk about how much money you put in the bank. And I've seen guys all the time, new guys coming, rushing to join one of the RV transporting company, making good money. But then they don't treat it as a real business, and they end up with kind of no money at all. And I learned it. I mean, as you can hear in my accent, I came from Soviet Union, so I never seen America, I never travel America, and that was my dream, to hit the road. And I was keeping couple jobs, never happy till I came to RV transporting industry that allowed me to see. But they taught me, smart people that I met, couple guys that taught me, Vic, treat it as a business, otherwise you're gonna end up with nothing. You're just gonna drive across the country but making no money. So yeah, remember, $4,000 check is not $4,000 in the bank. Yes, I'm gonna show you fuel expenses, insurance expenses, all the hidden costs, all the ideas I'm gonna share with you too. So you might succeed, right? It's just, not because I'm here as the smartest one, but I just went through this, and I'm gonna tell you the complete truth, not lying. I'm a God-fearing man. So I want to protect you from this trial and errors, because I met those people that taught me how to do this business little later on. I joined this one big company and I was making a lot of mistakes, and I was like thinking, oh my gosh, this is tough. I'm hardly making any money, and I am living out of my truck. But then everything changed when I start to understand those differences. So I already said about my disclaimer. Let's get straight to it so I don't take your time. Let's look at my specific expenses, and I'm gonna open up this my specific trip. You see here, net pay of my Indiana, Oregon trip. So I like to go to Oregon, Pacific Northwest. And if you make obviously a small trip, and sometimes you have to make a small trip before your dispatch give you this one, like a big price, but the number's gonna be different. I like to go to Pacific Northwest. Now with tariffs, we're not gonna talk about politics here, but less trips to Canada, my favorite place to go as far as I can go. If I could go to Alaska, I would go to Alaska all the time. But certainly went to British Columbia and Alberta many times. Canada would pay better. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 cents more per mile more. So, but now less trip to Canada. And I am right now, I might rejoin Wave later on. I'm not driving due to my situation, but I love long trips. Seattle, Washington, Oregon. At winter, I could go to San Diego. I'm a West guy. It's so much easier. Once you pass Chicago, so much easier to drive, open spaces, less traffic. If you like East, that's okay. So when you look at this to my typical Oregon run last year, 2,242 miles, they pay me $1.70. Wave Express pay me $1.70 per mile. So you look at $3,800, 3,811 to be precise. This trip, very important. How long it will take to make this money. It took me 7.5 days. And I'm very specific because I could say it's a 7 days, but that would be a lie, okay? So I have to, you have, on a long trip, you have to pay a pickup fee and other small fees like $50. So it came down, gross pay to $3,761. Let's talk about fuel. Guys, I put here make and break on couple bullet points because it's truly the case with fuel. So as you see me here coming to, let me show you again, I'm at Pilot Flying J. Why I'm here? Because you have to go to commercial site, and if you do, you have comp data card, you go to a cashier, you open up your register, and the beautiful part, you're gonna get 60, 70, 80, I know guys say up to $1 per gallon discount. And I still see guys never go to, they don't want to go where big guys are, big rigs. They have this discount, the same discount. They drive for the same company or different company that I know have discount with Pilot or Flying J, and some of them have like Sab Brothers on TA, but they don't want to go to commercial sites, so they skip, they miss that discount. This is just insane. It's unwise. So I come here, they open the pump for me, and then on my receipt, I don't see it even on my receipt. Fuel receipt when I get from a pump. But when I look at my comp data card statement, I see these expenses, this discount taken out. Oh my gosh, I see 80 cents of gallon. So going to Oregon, I save $150 to $100. This is crazy. That's why I love it. Let's go back. So my trip, round trip, we're talking delivered in Oregon, and I look at the absolutely worst case scenario, what is no reload. I bobtail. People say, do you bobtail? The truth is, in most cases, I do bobtail. Hey, but time is money. Listen, time is money. When time is gone, it's gone. So I'm willing to bobtail, and in 3.5 days, in 3 days, I am ready to pick up another lucrative load from Indiana because they pay better than any reload. But absolutely, Wave has 22 yards or something like this across the country. Pendleton, Oregon. So if I want to wait sometimes, if I'm nice with my dispatch and help my dispatch, they try the best to find reload for me. If there is one, if there's no reload, they cannot make it, right? But so on my round trip, I mean in delivering trail and going empty back to Indiana, I spend almost $1,100. You see here in fuel. But if it wasn't for Flying J or Pilot fuel discount, listen, it would go to $1,400 or even more. You cannot afford this. So This is one of the reasons to drive for a company like Wave Express that have a special deal with Pilot, Fly, and J. Maintenance cost. Okay, I will tell you a little bit about the option, but if you drive, listen, if you drive your own truck, I put here generous $500 I take and literally put in my, I call it maintenance fund from each trip. This is very important. And I put here, it depends on your pickup shape. Maybe you're driving new, you might take little less, right? If you're driving old truck, you have to put this. This is my recommendation, and don't touch those money. Bad things happen. I mean, guys, transmission gives up, engine gives up, you have complex electronic problems. I've seen it all since 2005. I know you're gonna be thankful to me later if you save this money in your maintenance funds, right? So now let me show you something. I'm driving in here, this small area says Enterprise. So this time I came to Wave. I was driving Cummins, I was driving Dodge, I was driving Ford Power Stroke. Now I came for a short time. I said, I'm not gonna spend $100,000 for a new rig. I'm gonna lease it. Now, obviously I paid to Enterprise. I cannot say what I pay, but if you call, all the information gonna be under this video. You call Wave Express, they are authorized to tell you what are the current rates. Are they changing all the time? But guys, I'm terribly sorry. I signed the a piece of paper that says I will not disclose over YouTube what Enterprise charged me, but it makes sense. Yes, it's not a small amount, but consider if you don't want, like me, any headaches with maintenance repair. With Enterprise, you have a flat tire. They come and they replace flat tire, go for oil change. I don't pay a penny. I just show them I change the oil every 5,000 or 7,000, I forgot, miles, and I am always in brand new truck breaks, they give you brand new truck. Now, maybe you're in a situation when you don't have a diesel pickup, because you have to have a diesel pickup to join this any company, in this case Wave Express, to make money delivering RVs. You want to try out, you want to drive test, so to speak, right? Before you drive, you go to Wave Express and said, Vic, tell me what is the current rates, because I want to try out, I want to rent from Enterprise. By the way, you can rent Ford. I'm not sure if you can drive. I rent Dodge. I haven't seen on parking lot, but I've seen Fords for sure, 350, and I've seen 3/4, and I think I've seen Dually. And the one in Elkhart, Indiana, they have very special deal with Wave Express. You will not get the same deal if you walk from the street. Believe me, guys. So I came just for a short time to Wave, return to Wave. I always come and then return back, and I think that's in my future. If I ever come back, I'm gonna leave, but you have to pay for it, guys. So this number is gonna be different. Let's go back to the sheet. So, in this case, I do not put any money in my maintenance fund. There is no fund if you lease from Enterprise, right? But if you own your own, I highly recommend this generous 500 maintenance funds from a long trip. Now, from a short trip, you can put $100. Depending how, on some short trips, you don't make much money, so less money. Obviously, use your common sense, okay? So I already told you listen option about Enterprise. If you have your own truck, those predatory rates. If you go to maintenance or repair your truck, this guy's unscrupulous guys are gonna charge you so much money, it will literally cause you to go bankrupt. So we have a dedicated service repair maintenance center in Northern Goshen, Indiana, just across the street from Gallup. If you know the area, Shell Gallup truck stop. They have special rates. I would go there all the time, not on just tire oil change, very complex repair. They do it all. They do flatbed. They do everything. As a wave driver, you're gonna get very good discount. So you use this fund that you money that accumulated. God forbid, things will happen, and don't allow that to catch you by surprise, right? If you have money, you know where to go. You're gonna be cool, like driving cool. You're not gonna worry too much. So let's talk about $1 million dollar question. Actually, it's 1 million unleaded, whatever you call it. I forgot the name. Sorry guys, English is not my first language, but this is $1 million commercial liability insurance. I paid 400 per month, right? I don't have DUI. I mean, Wave, sorry guys, Wave will not take you if you had DUI or very serious violation. Call them if you had minor violation. The phone number, of course, going to be under this video. But with my good driver record, you have to be a safe driver, right? It benefits you. It benefits the company you're driving for. My rate was around I think it was 397 something. So if you divide by this trip, right, 4 trips you can make technically if you drive hard, 4 trips per month, it's $100. So $100 in truck insurance. They have special rates, obviously, with one of the most established commercial insurance company in the industry. Let's talk about food and lodging, your hotels. Make or break. Again, it's not an accident I paid make or break. Guys, I know someone that stopped literally every night at the hotel. Yeah, they stop like Motel 6 or Days Inn, but they pay, $60, $100 per night. What you gonna make? You're gonna make nothing. It will break your business of delivering RVs. Now, there is many misconception about having a sleeper and DOT not approved. No, guys, even in a truck like this, look at this. Look at my back seat. I don't have a sleeper. I have 2 mattresses. I have a very comfortable night of sleep. I do not go to hotel. Only once in a blue moon, maybe I want to sit in a tub, hot tub or whatever. I can afford it, but outside of that, I sleep in my truck, and I've saved. This has saved my business. My business was lucrative because I don't go to hotels, right? And I don't go to restaurants. First of all, I tend to have high blood pressure. It's too much salt for me. I go to supermarket. I go to Walmart. And I just buy salad, olive oil. I buy grilled chicken. You name it. I mean, I put my pH water, pH 10 water. You have to be healthy, all right? And I save on restaurants, and now I save actually on every once in a while. Yeah, I mean, I don't want you to be too scared. I go like to Cracker Barrel or something, and maybe park overnight there and then have breakfast, my pancakes and eggs. So yeah, but mostly I eat from supermarkets, healthy food. Anyway, even if you don't stay in hotels, even if you don't eat in restaurant, government at the end of the year will give you, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's around $80 now per day per diem. And the Wave Express, this is another reason to drive for the company, has one of the largest CPA company in the country that actually knows about all deduction for professional drivers. So if you go just to Hewlett Packard or whatever the company, I'm not sure about their names. I went a long time ago. They know nothing. They know zero about, or very little about professional truck driver allowed deduction. And this is huge. I mean, there are years that I didn't pay at all, nothing in taxes, because I was on the road for 200 plus days, or maybe even 250 days. And, multiply it $80 per day per diem. This company, I mean, got everything that I legally could get from a company to claim my deduction. So you still, no matter where you eat, no matter where you sleep, you are allowed for this allow this deduction. And then I want to, respond to people that said, "Oh, you pay for permits, license plates, and everything." Yeah, guys, all trip permits. In this case, there was couple trip permits. There was Wyoming, right? And then there was Idaho trip permits. They all, yeah, I pay, but they all reimbursed when I submit my paperwork, right, to Wave Express. All the trip permits and all the tolls, Chicago area tolls I'm talking about, they reimbursed by Wave Express. So my net pay, say I have my own truck, and again, I will refer you to remind you with all honesty, I was driving, I made less than this. But if you have your own truck, your net pay would be with $500 maintenance fund, right? Would be $1,946 in 7.5 days. So almost in 1 week, almost $2,000. Is that a good pay? You decide. I report, you decide, right? Now, with all honesty, I would tell you I'm pushing 60. I would not make 4 trips per month. I don't drive this crazy, guys. I used to be younger. I was more motivated and my health was better. Look, I am almost 60. I don't drive this hard. I make 3 trips per month, okay? So, and then I pay for, I pay to Enterprise to rent my truck, so I'm gonna make less money, and you're gonna make less money if you rent from Enterprise only through Wave. Forget about if you go yourself, they're gonna hit you with pretty hefty rates, rental rates. So now let's say I made $1,200 per week. Is it good? You decide, guys. Some people say go to work into McDonald's. No, guys, I'm a proud driver. I take pride in my profession. Yeah, I mean, you can make maybe $17 in McDonald's. I'm not a McDonald's guy. I don't even eat there for the reasons I mentioned before. I have nothing against McDonald's. If you want to go every once in a while, stop and get a cup of decaf, because I have high blood pressure. So, guys, I opened my book. I spoke very honestly. And so you can see here, if you run your business correctly, yes, you can make money. Let me mention a couple more things. Like I said, I want you to be blessed. I am a believer, right? I want the Lord bless you. And, he blessed Solomon with wisdom. And what I told you here, it's a wisdom, right? If you follow this video was not obviously for someone that already have experience. Most of you guys know so much more than I, like 1 million miles. People laugh at me. Vic, I have 12 millions. What? It's like you're a spring chicken. Yes, I am. But for young people, I'm not necessarily a spring chicken. This is more like my second nature. This is more like muscle memory. I remember to do correct things, and I want you to do same. Look, as a guy to a guy, I know many ladies, many gals watching this video as well. And so it's, hopefully you're not offended, but most guys fail in life because they pick up their own partner. Same with gals. I think you fail because you pick up your own partner. Please say in comments. You don't need to reveal like private stuff, but I appreciate if you put that in comments. So don't pick up their own partner. Why Wave Express? A company around 1,000 drivers, right? Not too big, but not too small. It's employee-owned company. Now, you're not going to be an employee. Let me take this down so you can see me in truck. You're not going to be an employee. I try to look in the camera. Sorry, guys, I respect you. I didn't look in the camera because I look in my record. Didn't want to make any mistake. But the Wave is employee-owned company, means in the office happier people. When you come in the office, Everybody knows me by first name. Vic, Vic, how are you? You don't have supervisors. You see, in this business, you're not going to have supervisor. First time in my life, no supervisor. There are people that help you to do your logs. We do it on the phone, do your paperwork, your dispatch. This is by far the most important person, that if you take care of your dispatch, gonna they're gonna take care of you. So I had special relationship with this awesome lady. Her name is Kathy. Maybe you're gonna be blessed enough to have her as dispatch if you come to Wave Express. Kathy, if you would just hi, thank you so much for all your assistance, all your hard work, all your effort trying to find the good loads for me. But other guys as awesome as Kathy, I don't want anyone to be offended. I love Wave Express. That was part of my life and might still be in the future, right? Now, I don't want to say in the cards. I don't play stars. I'm a believer, I believe in the Lord blessing, not the cards or stars, but that's what some people say. So I want you to pick up the right partner. Your life will literally, in many ways, whether you succeed or not, gonna depend on the company that you picked up. So join Wave Express. Again, mention all the information, website, and the phone number. There is no such thing as silly question. I repeat it all the time. Guys, please, when you mention, say Vic sent you, but ask them any question. They're going to be more than happy to answer. They want you to have all the information. You can ask them what you have, what year of truck you have, if they accept it. If you have maybe minor violation, you can ask if they accept you with that. Any kind of question. If you sign up, you come for orientation for 1.5 days, and you're gonna be ready to hit the road. And if you follow everything I explained, absolutely you make money. Now, this time of recording, March 2026, things happen in the Middle East. People said, what's gonna happen with diesel fuel? Do not worry, because Way will charge dealership more to deliver RVs, and RVs in a time of crisis. Actually, more RVs gonna get sold even during the COVID, even during the real estate crisis. It seems, if not bulletproof, but very resilient industry. So your rate's gonna go up. You're gonna be making more money. Choose the right partner. I highly recommend Wave Express. But if you decide to comment and talk to me, maybe you're not ready, maybe you're still on the fence, please comment. I try to answer every single comment, literally every question that you have. For young people that maybe don't have experience, if you have a brand new truck, you got stuck with $1,000 per month payment, you want to offset it, but you have question, please, I'm gonna be more than happy to as a career guide, because that's who I am right now. I'm sitting in front of computer, not behind my truck. I would not have this time to answer question if I was driving, because I was busy driving. So any specific question, please comment. If you guys been in the industry, you comment. I appreciate. Let's keep it civil. Let's keep it polite. But yeah, difference in opinion, please. I will, if I'm wrong, I'm a human. I could wrong, but to the best of my knowledge, well, what I said is correct. I am waiting for your comments. Till the next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you and protect you. And I see you in the next video.